Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting Live show. We're going to get right into it. A little bit late because that's just what we do around here. We're late sometimes, but we're going to be getting right into it. I got Daft here, everybody's favorite, so you don't have to bitch at me that you only get me. You get Daft too. Everybody thought it was going to be Daft last time. It wasn't, but now we got him back. So we're going to get some looks from him and myself. A million games to look at. Lots to do on the injury report. I'm just happy that I've had 2 good nights in a row for the first time in a little while. So I am just throwing this out there after 2 good nights in a row. If you want to get a little 50% off in the VIP, still have 3 of those codes left. 2 days is the thing, because that's just what the goal was for a minute, was just let's get 2 days in a row. So we got it. We're feeling good now after almost 7 units in 2 days. So we're going to keep moving upward here. I know Daft is going to help me out. So let's just get right into it because we have too much to go over to be spending time talking about this stuff. So what's good with you, my man? How you feeling? And you're on mute. I muted you. That's my fault. It's my fault that you're muted. Keep going.
Okay. I'm a little bit uncertain. I've only got a couple of picks down. And so many game time decisions when I initially looked at the slate. So
Yeah.
hopefully you in the chat can help me make some cash today.
Yeah.
But I'll have some very uneducated opinions over the next hour. So
No, I doubt that. I doubt that. It's interesting because you look at this stuff like a few hours after I'm probably going to bed, right? And so you actually have some lines to work with, but they're all opening lines that you got to then like go back and look at later in the day.
They're awful.
To see, yeah, they're brutal.
They're awful. They've been killing me. The amount of changes that keep happening, it's to a point where like I look at it and I can't trust anything.
Yeah.
So
it is. I've started to make my pre-recorded episodes the night before a lot more about what I predict the matchups to be, a little bit of what to do if this guy is out or this guy is in, what I'm looking at, so that I know I've got the live show today to be able to clean all that stuff up. You know what I mean? So that's the point of all this. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to go game by game. David's going to give us a 5-minute timer on each game. So I'm going to be looking in the comments and really just scanning those. And Daft and I are going to go through our bets to kick it off for each game, and then we're going to get right into what you guys are trying to look at too. And remember, if you are a one of the members on the YouTube channel here, it's gonna be a lot easier for us to find those bets as we're sending those to one spot. So all right, let's jump into game number 1. We're gonna be using Props Madness. Y'all know what it is. So if you don't have Props Madness yet, use code LYB. I'll also say you could use code DAFT because we like to share around here. But you can use one of our codes here, get 25% off your first month. You can also trial this bitch with 7 free days if you want to use it. So definitely recommend jumping into this. If you have questions about this stuff in the chat, throw it in as well. All right, David, I know I said 5 minutes. Let's start it now and get into what you got here for Wiz Raptors. Last throw out there. Give us some time here. So if you're looking at bets that you want to look at, give us Wizards Raptors now. Don't give us like, the games at the bottom of the slate. Give us Wizards Raptors now. Then we're going to go Jazz Celtics. So if you want to do either of these 2 games, then we'll take bets for that. And David will be tracking that stuff and starring these comments. So let's go ahead and get right into your any looks that you have, if you have one, for this Raptors Wizards game.
Didn't put any bets down on this one. At the time when I was looking at it, there was a chance bloody Quickly was going to play, so I was like, I'm not touching this.
Yeah,
not Quickly. Shit, wrong. Am I looking at the wrong?
He's
thing?
in. Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah,
Wizards Raptors. Sorry,
or you just come up with a different shitty team. Is that what happened?
Hey, they all wear the same colors. Yeah, so
Quickly is going to play.
Leans. I was leaning it. RJ Barrett. I was looking at Orlando Robinson. I didn't ultimately bite on anything. Like, I wish Quickly wasn't playing so I could bet on Sheed, because I can't trust his Raptors rotation. Like, the last game, I think I bet on RJ Barrett, and he only played 28 minutes. The bench played more minutes than the starters, and that was a close game, a 1-point game. So I was like, I can't trust these rotations. So.
Did you actually might be able to trust the rotations from the standpoint that they're not playing their starters down the stretch. Coach Vivek, I always forget his name. Coach Darko was saying for the Raptors that he's like, well, we have to see who's going to play down the stretch for us, because we want to give other guys minutes down the stretch, like to let them know what it's like to play in crunch time of a game against the Wizards. That doesn't matter. It's just weird tanking strategy. Yes. So it makes sense to not trust that. I agree with you. I actually would lean under on RJ now that we've got him going up against Bilal Coulibaly. Not a great matchup for him. So if you have that one-on-one matchup there, it's not like ideal for him, but I'm not going under on 20.5. And this got bet down from 21.5. So I think there's smart people on that same sort of train of thought. but it's not enough for me to just get into it with all three of these guys playing. So I did take Orlando Robinson. I took him for the boards. Yeah, I took him on the boards for plus money on BetMGM for plus 105, but I would take any of these minus 105s, minus 106, any of this stuff for Orlando Robinson.
Sell it to me because I wanted
that?
to take it. Sell it to me because I wanted to take
it. The Wizards. End of argument. It's the Wizards. It's him playing 28 minutes with no other center, and just that, strictly that. I really don't have anything better for you than that. I just think the rebounds are the thing. He could have like 4 in the first quarter. It's like in the minutes that he's playing, if you look at the sort of rebound chances, like 25 minutes, 21 rebound chances, right? We didn't get it here, which is annoying, but I've got to assume this is around 14 for him in 24 minutes, 14 rebound chances to get 7 rebounds going up against Alex Sarr. This is still the worst team in the league rebounding against centers, limiting that stuff. So it was just that simple. It was just, I'm putting like 1.2 total units on Orlando Robinson today to just have something for this game. But yeah, either way, if we got nothing else, I'm going to roll through the comments, see what we got here. If anything comes out to you, we're going rapid fire. So if anything stands out, let's stop me. But Sarr rebounds is a look here from Samir MVP. Did you have any thoughts on Sarr in any way, shape, or form?
Haven't thought about him for quite some time.
Yeah.
He had 14 rebounds in their last matchup. So interesting to understand why and how that happened. He did play 28 minutes though, so that's comforting.
And that's about what he's getting, right?
Yeah.
He's at like 28 minutes. So, I mean, even if we just put him at like 20.
The Wizards don't have to pull their good players in order to tank, though. They can just play their strongest lineup. So, there's a bit more integrity there.
He could have some more minutes. I mean, he's at 7.8 when he's at about the 28 filter range here. Even if we go like 26 to 32, he's at about 7.6. It's like it still doesn't do much for me, even against Orlando Robinson. Like slightly better rebounder is Orlando Robinson. So moving on from,
he should get minutes, right? How much time is what's his name? Vucevic. How many minutes can you really play that guy?
Yeah, Vucevic.
20 at max.
And he's good to go in this one, right? I don't think he missed a game recently, but he's not on here.
I think he's good to go, and Holmes is out. So yeah, it makes sense if those two split the minutes at the 5 spot.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, sorry, I got this in late, and I just we're probably running out of time on this game, but I took an under on Bub, and I took this like 20 minutes before we got on the show. So I got to make sure I'm not messing my card up. But I did take Bub Carrington as well. I took him under on the assists, under 4.5. I got for plus money on the assists. If you look at him with Jordan Poole in these situations, and then you're going up against the Wizards, I understand it's a bad look, but still at 3.6 in these situations with Jordan Poole, rarely gets double-digit potentials. So if he's not getting 10 potentials, I don't like him to get 5 dimes at all. No reason to like feel like this is going to be an extra good matchup. As far as point guard assists, this is the 11th best assist defense and 3rd best rank limiting assist to guards like Bub Carrington. So this is not a good defense to get dimes against. So I don't know why his would be so high when he's barely getting that without Jordan Poole, much less with Jordan Poole out there. So that's why I took the under on his dimes. But Dave, we're probably good on the 5 minutes. So I'm going to keep us moving to the next one here. And we'll go to, I know we had some RJ stuff. I'm not feeling his stuff today. I'm not going to go under, but and also Keyshawn George was a potential look, but this is not a game that is giving me much confidence either way. So let's roll Jazz Celtics. If you got a bet for Jazz Celtics or 76ers Hawks is the next one, I'm going to be going back through the comments, but I'm gonna let you kick it off here. I know we've got some injury news that we still need, right? From Tatum questionable, Horford questionable, KP doubtful, but these two guys questionable. What's your first stance on this one?
I don't know. Is it a D White? Is it Pusha P again? Is that who we're rolling with?
We don't even have them right on their props.
Yeah, the thing is the props aren't out, so
yeah,
I think where the value is, those lines aren't available. So
right, like backups
stay away from me right now.
Yeah. I don't know how you can bet on the Celtics with Jason Tatum questionable, and you're still not going to get props from other guys yet. So I think, we can just probably, you only have 3 props up for the Jazz too. I forgot who's questionable right now for them, but you didn't have anything in this game, right?
No. When I looked, there was like pretty much everyone was questionable. I didn't even bother looking at any lines.
Right. I'm just going to the Jazz real quick. I wanted to see what we're waiting on with the Jazz. I guess Collins is questionable, so is Markkanen. Okay, so their 2 best players. Got it. Pretty important. All right, moving past this one, then we get extra time for other games. Don't even have Filipowski lines, but always down to bet on flip. Except this is not a great matchup. So sorry, I have to skip through that game. We have to go 76ers Hawks here, such as the tire fire that is today. For the 76ers, no Kelly O in this one. We have props for Quentin Grimes and Justin Edwards. So eat your heart out there. I guess the Hawks, but we've got Trae Young questionable. I would also point out that not only is Trae Young questionable, if we go down, where's the Hawks game right here, we're going to see that Keaton Wallace, G League player, and sort of Trae's replacement is available to play in this game. So somebody between Trae, Karis LeVert, and Vit, if not 2 or 3, are not playing in this game. I'm going to hit some overs on Keaton Wallace against the 76ers in this game, assuming he gets even 20 minutes. I'm going to take some overs. But knowing all of that, how do you make a bet on this game?
I don't know if you can. I was considering betting on Justin Edwards, though. His volume's been nice. I think he shot really bad in his very last game.
Yep. Very bad.
Let me double check. Yeah, it was 1 from 8 from deep, 3 from 13 against the Jazz. Still finished with 11.
Yeah.
He'll still play the same amount of minutes, and this Atlanta Hawks team is still a funnel for points, right? Especially above the break. So I might take him in a bounce back spot. As much as I want to bet on threes, thankfully the odds are terrible because I have no luck betting on them. I should always be pivoting the points.
Really good call.
So
I love when the books do us the favor of not allowing us to bet on the threes. It's such a great point.
They took the choice away from me. Thank Lord. I needed to go to rehab from betting on 3-pointers made props. Like every day, it's like I took this guy for over his threes. He didn't hit them, but he hit his points prop. So,
we have our 3-point Gamblers Anonymous meetings are on Thursdays at 4. So if you can make it, I'm usually spearheading those. If you want to come get some help, okay, I like that. I'm going to take the points.
Yeah,
right.
Justin Edwards points. I think I'd take the 12.5 at plus money. That's what I'm thinking
for the points.
Yeah.
Instead of just messing with 11.5.
Yeah. I ain't drinking that. Give me the
why not 15? Yeah, why not 15? I mean, the games that he's playing here where he's getting any kind of minutes, like let's give him like 30 minutes this game because we have no Kelly Oubre. I mean, he's not going to play 44, but he hasn't played 44 very much. It's usually about 30. And when he's playing 30-ish minutes, he's
we're seeing 30 minutes with better usage, you would assume. I think Quentin Grimes the only person with a green light, maybe Yabu, but outside of that, he's going to get his shots, right?
So why aren't we getting the rest of their props?
Drummond
is questionable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, or they just don't even know who's going to play for this team. Like, who's even available at this point for the 76ers? I guess Reggie Jack or Lonnie Walker, rather, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we might be able to find some value when they actually give us fucking props for this game, and we can bet on guys like, I think Justin Edwards is a good bet, and I think Lonnie Walker is probably going to come out with like a 15, 16.5 point prop. I think all of it's good. Like they're going to barely have guys to play, so some overs for some of these guys against the Hawks is a good look. I like the Justin Edwards bet. I'm going to get on that one too. I'm going to just write myself a note. That is going to be a look for me, but because I don't want to take the time to keep doing this on the show, we're just going to take Justin Edwards. Called him Jeff. That's how much I know about him.
Get him, Jeff.
Fuck it. Jeff Edwards over. Yeah, I'm going to take the 12.5 points. I'm going to get there with it. I might be taking the 15 plus as well. Yeah, I like that look. I took on Yeka on a double-double here. I got minus 120 on the double-double because the rebounds went up to 10.5, which are still plus money. Playing the 76ers, you just saw Filipowski had 25 against this team, right? Not the same player by any means, but if you're big and you're playing down low, there's nobody to stop you. Drummond, I guess, but Drummond played
a lot of those points down low.
Say again?
Did he score a lot of those points down low? Was some perimeter shooting involved? Or?
Against
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, I don't think he shot too many times from 3. Wait, let me see if they have the center points. They don't have Flip on here yet. They don't have it by Props Madness.
No, because Flip's categorized as a center forward.
Center forward, right. Yeah, so he's not going to be on there. But yeah, I could go back and look at it. Either way, it's like Drummond played like 10 minutes. So even if he's out there, like who knows how much he's going to play. I guess we're going to get Yabu. Pretty good matchup for Onyeka at that point. Yabu played 18 minutes last game. I don't know what to do with Philly. So I just want to take someone to dominate them down low. But
I think it'd be Bona. What's his name? Bono? I don't know.
Adem Bona.
Bona.
Yeah, Bona.
I think we'll get a long run. So
damn, J-Main went to school with Justin Edwards' mom. That's crazy. I don't know if you got some stories about there. Are you saying that Justin Edwards might be your son. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We got Justin Edwards' dad up here. I'll just play with you guys. Let's see what else we got at this one. If there's anything else. Appreciate all you guys being in here, though, man. You took, we're still not in that game yet. Still not on that one. Make sure y'all trying to go in order. Yeah, this is going to be where we're at. So once we get a little bit of these plays, actually, any thoughts on your countryman?
G'day. Which one?
Yeah. No. Dyson on the Hawks.
Dyson. It depends if Trey plays or not.
Right.
And I'm assuming he's not.
Yeah. That's kind of what I do too. I don't think he plays. So, all right. That's got to be. Oh, yes. Just please save us from this game, David. That is the alarm. We are done mercifully.
I was tripping out. I thought my phone was going off.
Okay. Keeping it rolling.
All
so,
right,
I took the Okongwu double. That is the play there. So
what price did you get for that? I like the Conley look.
Yeah, I got minus 120. I just wanted to say, I think Raul has. I think you're playing his alarm to wake up every morning because he just had like the hairs on the back of his neck stand up.
I'll work on a better sound effect.
All right, let's see. Yeah. No, good shit. Let's get the hell out of this game. Let's get to just another just wonderful, awesome matchup here. Charlotte at Miami. Just eat your heart out here. Dunk is still questionable. What's that?
It's a poo-slinger.
Yeah, poo-slinger big time.
There were a few updates.
Okay, cool.
Duncan Robinson available to play. Andrew Wiggins available to play. Tyler Hero available to play. And Laravia's listed questionable.
Okay, for the Kings. Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's the most recent
Came
stuff.
up with it. Sweet. Yeah. All right. For this one, anywhere that you start with this?
I was toying with something unconventional here. What I've noticed through watching some poo-slingers of the Charlotte Hornets is they allow a lot of wide open threes to terrible shooters, and like their closeouts are so short. Like it's not even a contest; it's a wide open three for people who can't shoot. And I noticed that watching a game, and then I went back and looked at some numbers, and I kind of just went through box scores over the last 5 games, thinking, who's the worst shooter out there on the floor that's going to play a ton of minutes? And I went to see what their volume is, and they're taking so many threes because they're just leaving them. Like Jaden McDaniels attempted 9 3-pointers against the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, is this a Davion Mitchell look? Because it's like plus 190, I think, for 2 3-pointers. I was thinking of potentially just laddering this up, like risking 1 unit in total, but like across 3 different bets, like for 2, 3, and 4. Like, I just have a feeling they're just going to leave him wide open because Mark Williams, Nurkic, they help on every single drive. They're just leaving people open all the time. And I think out of everyone in this Heat roster, you're probably going to leave Davion Mitchell. But it's not analytical, but...
Well, I was trying to find a way to play him too because he's going to be playing 37
He's going to be there.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out too, though, because I'm with you. And he doesn't take that many threes. But if he even takes like 5 of them, then a little small ladder play on like 2, even just 2 as the alt line at plus 200, like great.
Yeah.
And to your point, if you're willing to throw,
I'll tell you my reservation though.
Yeah.
Because the most obvious play I think on Davion Mitchell is to take his assists. Because his assists have been, excellent, right? I don't know. Sure. Heroes missed a few games. Wiggins missed a few games. Like he's had to play 35 to 40 minutes. I get all that. But it looks like the most straightforward play is like he's versing a pretty average defense. He's going to be on there for at least 30 minutes. He's been diming up pretty well now, and we're getting plus money for him to go over 5.5. Like that's the most obvious play you could take on Davion Mitchell. And sometimes I don't take these plays, and people are like, why the fuck didn't you just bet on 80 rebounds? Why did you bet on Brandon Clark? Like, but other times, like Trae Young over assists against the Pacers didn't happen. Jokic over his rebounds assists against the Thunder didn't happen. Like, they're the most obvious picks. They don't always win. So it's like,
no, Trae Young did have him though. You picked that and you got it right.
I picked that in the first game, but in the following game, he went under. So
on the assists,
against the Pacers.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. This was that back-to-back set. So I bet it on the first game. The second game, I didn't bet it. But that was a really obvious bet if you looked at the numbers.
Right. I remember.
And with Davion Mitchell, it's a very obvious bet to look at the assists today. But I think it's unconventional that he takes a lot of 3-pointers. But it makes sense from watching film. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not encouraging anyone to do it. But
And you're chasing the volume of the minutes because he's going to be playing those minutes to guard LaMelo, and then he's going to have LaMelo guarding him. So that's another reason why I was like, how can I exploit that? Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How can I exploit this with LaMelo playing defense? But couldn't really get there with anything on it. Eventually didn't settle on anything on this one. So I'm sorry. Once again, this is from me doing like 3 different sets of props here. This was a different batch. I did take LaMelo on the assists. I took him over 6.5 in this one. I do have like a lot of the stuff I'm looking at says LaMelo should have a good game in this one. Obviously, head to head, he shot the ball a gajillion times. If you look at all of his props here, in the first one, he shot 22 times, 10 threes, 27 points because he got to the line 8 times. And then in this game, 20 shots from 3. 20 shots from 3 for LaMelo in this last game. So I think it's going to be a lot of the same. But in the last game, he didn't have Miles Bridges or Mark Williams, right, on November 27th. So that's why I think I went for the assists instead of the points. I just cannot possibly imagine they allow him to shoot the ball 35 times. He might get 23s shot up from 40 feet away if he wants, but that's about it. So
your nuts must be huge and red because how you have the cojones to bet on LaMelo Ball. Oh,
yeah.
Like the reason why I'm not betting on him is because all these numbers that we look at, I feel are useless. He's not that guy anymore.
Really?
Like he's
not.
From
when though?
He doesn't take the volume, doesn't play the minutes, not playing the same. Like he doesn't give any shits about this right now. I can't bet him.
No, but don't be fooled by this minute right here. He had 5 personal fouls against the Cavs. So the danger is that this game is a blowout quickly, and then he doesn't have to play either because that's when he played 22 minutes. They lost by 53, 29 minutes. They lost by 42. But if this game is within 30 points, we should be able to see.
Hey, question. Does Miami have anything to play for right now? Like, where are they seated? Like, they give a shit?
They're in the play-in right now.
They're in the play-in?
Yeah, they made a little bit of headway.
Because we're getting to that point in the season where, like, the standings and these games matter to some teams.
Yeah, they're still going.
It doesn't matter to Charlotte, but
right. Yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah,
they're still going to try to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, they could very well blow this team out. I don't really want to give them the benefit of the doubt of blowing anybody out. I don't think they deserve that at all. So that's why I think you still get LaMelo for 32 minutes. The assists are a better play for me the way that they ball hawk and force that ball out of point guard's hands, but they still give up like bottom 10, bottom 12, limiting assists, point guard assists as well. The 8th most point guard assists that they let up. So it was just a better play than the points for me. But
can we look at Andrew Wiggins' first quarter points? Because the sports scientist looks like he's getting upset.
Is he? y'all, we're doing our best.
Jacob, I got you
guys. Wow, it's a great hit rate with Tyler Hero. It's a great hit rate in general. Nobody likes me here. It's not true. I'm only laughing because it's an objectively hilarious statement. I'm just like, we love you, bro. It's all good. Doug, Jacob, you have to see how many comments there are. You wrote something and tried to write something right after, and 4 people got in comments in between you at the next time you could type at your speed of light. So we're trying, man. We love you too. We love you for sure. All right. Let's see. Wiggs first quarter points. Anything else for that big Jake? Like why that besides the hit rate? Is he getting some field goal attempts here? He's playing 7 minutes, taking 7 shots, 4 shots. Is Hero? We did with Hero, right? For a minute. So let's see. Even with Hero, just 2 here, but he got to the line 4 times, 5 shots. How you feeling about this, Daft?
I get turned on by hit rate and plus money, and we get both of those for this look. I just don't understand why. Like, I hate to echo something that he might be saying but what the fuck is this line? Like, it looks too good to be true. Like,
all right. Well, at the fear of triggering Raul again with the timer, I think we're gonna keep moving. But this is a great look from Jacob. I agree with you, Jacob. And we got love, nothing but love. So yeah, I think that's a good look. If you want to take some Davion Mitchell threes, the only play I have is going to be the LaMelo Ball over a dimes. One quick thing: what were Miles? What's he at on the board? 7.5. Yeah. All right. We're good there. When you get 6.5 boards, even when Mark Will's playing, I like Miles Bridges rebounds, but not going to roll with that against the Heat, against Khalil Ware down there alongside Bam. Doesn't feel like a great play. So go ahead and give the video a like as we scroll on here to the next one. We got our boys here, the Lakers and the Nets. we still don't know. David, is there anything on this one? Like Luka, I think there was a couple other potential questionables here.
Let's see.
Nothing for Lakers now.
Most recent thing I've got is Jaden Springer available to play, John Collins available to play, and Alex Burks ruled out.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, no update here for the Luka status for the Lakers. So anything you would want to play for this one? This might be a move on for a minute, but if you guys do want to look at anything, throw that stuff in the comments.
Lakers Nets. The one thing I'll say, like I bet on Luka in the last game. I bet he's over in points, and I was lucky as hell to cash that. Like he was injured before the game even started. Like I don't even know what they're doing leaving him out there. Like he's already bad at defense. Now he's got a back injury, and like what are they doing? Like they're sitting comfortably in the seatings right now. Like rest the damn guy. So I don't know what they're doing. I think Austin Reeves, that would be the only person.
Should we just say fuck it and play upside for Austin Reeves before Luka news?
I think so. I don't think you have anything to lose.
Yeah. Well, the money.
Even Austin Reeves is a spot up shooter because he's probably him and Gabe Vincent, they're only spot up shooters now. Even that with Luka dominating the ball could be a good look. Like he should still score points.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. But I think the books, they're thinking the same thing at 22.5.
Yeah. 22.5 points for him is, so when he's played without LeBron and without Luka this season, there's 3 games? Even had AD in that. Well, AD was missing. Oh, no, AD was in this one, maybe. Maybe he was missing. But this is the game I was thinking of is like, can we just get another like Austin Reeves 30, 10, 5 game or whatever he had? Like the assists go crazy too.
He scored 38 the last time he played them. And LeBron just played in that game.
Yeah, and that's the thing that scares me is the spot up, right? Like this team's number 1 versus the ball handler in the pick and roll, but they're 4th worst.
And if anything, you probably need Luka in this game for Austin Reeves to have a big scoring game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. Sorry,
that's why the points scare me a bit. And now I'm kind of like, well, then does he get the dimes? I mean, he had 12 potentials in this game with LeBron out there, rather. Yeah. I mean, even with Luka, he's actually been okay on the dimes, I believe. Maybe not.
No,
maybe not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
I lied. But his third fiddle. So he's guaranteed Robin right now. Yeah. And Austin Reeves playing Robin's not a bad look.
Yeah.
There's a chance he could be upgraded to Batman.
But what is the look? No lines yet for Dalton Connect, unfortunately. But I do like where your head's at because that's where I'd be betting if he had
spot
stuff
up shooter playing more than 30 minutes. Dalton will be on everybody's list, I think.
Think so?
And rightly so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Austin Reeves. I think I'm going to just pass on it because this Luka thing, they're not going to make a call on it.
Yeah.
When they do make a call on it, I'm not going to be able to think straight anyway. But what are your thoughts on D'Lo with a nice juicy game against his former team?
Yeah, I mean, I actually always want to play D'Lo unders, but I'm not going to do that against the Lakers. I think he's petty enough, right? What do you have? 8 on 12 and just 27 minutes over here.
He covered every line of his. Bitch or beast. I'm running it today. Well,
really?
I'm going with a beast.
Love it.
I'm not taking D'Lo at a full unit for anything because I obviously can't trust him, his inconsistencies. Yeah. But if he's going to play well, he's going to do it in every single way. He's not going to just do one thing. Like he's going to be locked in and he's going to be engaged. And if that happens, he'll cover his points. He'll get 2.5 rebounds. He'll cover his assist prop. He'll be all over the ball. So I just took him over on everything. So it's either he covers that or he's absolute dog shit. And if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be because I'm risking.
You just play the beast side of things where it's like just all alt lines parlayed and all that.
Yeah. Over points, over rebounds, over in assists. So I got like plus 525.
Yeah. Makes sense. Last thing I would say about this game, because we don't have enough to talk about, is centers have not been doing as well against the Lakers as of late, but they don't have Jackson Hayes to help double down on centers and stuff. So it's not the same. It's more like Jared Vanderbilt versus Nick Claxton this game. So not feeling that one. I'm sure y'all have some of this, some stuff for this one, but yeah, this game is poo poo. So let's get to one that we at least know who's playing. Let's get to Suns Grizz here. Go ahead and throw some bets in the comments if y'all want to look at that. I'm going to keep going back into the comments to try to keep things tame here too. Where are you at in this one? We've got Brad Beal out. We also don't know. I think a couple guys are going to miss here. I'm just going back to the injury report, official injury report, going all the way down. What is there? 12 games today. Beal is out, and then over here from Memphis, we're waiting on everybody in the front court, like Brandon Clark, Zach Edey, and Vince Williams, forward, center, whatever. Like they're all questionable. So
Apparently, Brandon Clark injured his fingers from tickling people last night. 3 fouls in the first 3 minutes. Thank the Lord.
That was
tickle
bullshit.
Monster, this guy.
I know. I still didn't even hit my Edey bet, even though I was on Edey and everybody else was on Brandon Clark. Freaking idiot.
I thought everyone was on Edey and I was only on Brandon Clark.
Oh, really? Yeah. I messed up the Edey bet because I should have just hit the rebounds, but
you hit the points too.
Well, knowing what we know, which is just, I guess, what do we do here? I'm so annoyed with today.
Well, this is going to keep happening. This is bullshit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I initially rolled with Devin Booker assists. I think his points and assists was a good look, but the same thing with Edey, you could suffer from variance through bad shooting. Like that's what it was. He saw the volume. He just missed everything, right? And that's what's happening a lot lately. A lot of people playing their minutes. They're taking their shots. They're just unfortunately not making them.
Tired legs.
A bit of sense about for everybody. Old Bryce, I went with just Devin Booker's assists. Fast-paced matchup. It's what's the total? 242.
Yeah, Alvin, let me know where I can get a hold of you to thank you later, bro. Devin Booker, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, I took his assists. High total, high pace. Phoenix don't play defense. They'll just rely on scoring and buckets. So I went with the assist, but then I didn't know Bill was going to be ruled out. He wasn't on any reports I saw, so that fucks me a little bit because now sweet little Jones is going to get a little bit more runtime. But I'm still running with the bet because Booker did still cover this line against Memphis without Bill in the lineup. So it's not too bad. And I still got better odds than that are currently available. So I'm still rolling with the assist for Book. Yeah.
Still a good play. I was ready to bet these as soon as Beal was ruled in, but obviously he's ruled out. It didn't matter. He's had the most potentials against the Grizz this season in the game with Beal missing, right?
Yes.
So although it does negatively affect his assists with and without Beal, like without Beal, he's more likely to shoot. The conflicting factors here, though, as you are probably already aware, is that Memphis blitzes the ball handler.
Yeah.
So this is a much better assist game for Book, but the situation without Beal makes it a better point game. So they conflict, but I think you can go either way. And I think the assists are a better play for Booker. Beal or no Beal, there's going to still be the ball in his hands. I think Hannah, not Hannah, was talking about this in the VIP chat. I have to go back and read it, but I believe he's like, I like Tyus Jones points today with Booker on the ball. All of us sitting here expecting Tyus to just dime up like he always does without Beal, when in reality, like it does feel like another like big point game for him where he goes up to 8 assists, but he does go up in points too. Like if he's playing off ball, spot up shooter, right?
Yeah.
So
which is a great matchup against this Grizzlies team, right?
Yeah, and it's a revenge narrative for Tyus.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Tyus Jones was the best backup point guard in the league for a while. Might still be actually. So this was a couple things here that I also was considering here and might still play this, but Raul was bringing up how I talk about KD boards. So I want to talk about KD boards and I want to talk about Bane boards real quick. Bane boards. Desmond Bane last game was a great under in this matchup for the rebounds under because he's guarding Kevin Durant. So he's always out on the wing, out of position to get rebounds. And I took the rebounds and assists over, not even really realizing that with the rebounds, and he had so many assists that it got me over. But the boards are actually a better under for him. And now that we're getting 6.5, it's actually getting bet up a bit. Like people are going over on his rebounds in this game. I kind of like the under on Bane rebounds for that reason. The rebound chances still scare me. Like 11 rebound chances still to get 7, not that likely, right? Especially for a guard. So
that was in OT as well.
What's that?
That was in OT as well.
Right. And that was the OT game that he even got a couple extra rebound chances. Exactly. But Vince Williams is, I don't know, it's a little bit tough there. Then looking at KD boards, did those go to 6.5? Like it's still 5.5. And yeah, if you want plus or, decent odds, you got to take 6.5. I don't know anymore with KD, with everybody, with Beal out. So with Beal in, we could take KD and throw him on Vince Williams Jr. in the corner. And that was the difference here for him in these head-to-head games. So what I was looking at on my episode, Daft, was that like in game 1, he guarded like Santi Aldama and Vince Williams Jr., 2 guys playing below the break, right? Then in this game, he guarded Jaren Jackson Jr. the whole time. and he had 8 rebound chances because he's guarding the guy shooting the ball and a guy that's out on the wing and then drives to the rim. So that puts him out of position as well. And then in this game, he's back to guarding Vince Will and others, right? And not Santi because I think he missed, but like other guys that are just the others, like Wells, like Jalen Wells, right? So that puts him in good spot on the baseline to still get these boards, keep his rebound chances high. If he gets them at like 11 rebound chances, do we like him to get the boards? Kind of. The juice has kind of gone away, but any thoughts on any of the stuff I just spit out there?
I like the look. Just be interesting to see who plays like for Memphis, because that's going to determine who he's going to line up against. Like if Williams and Edey don't play, then who are we looking at? Gigi Jackson?
Yeah. Yes. And Jay Huff.
And Jay Huff. And they both can somewhat stretch the floor, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Gigi can for sure. Gigi's like a powerful, good spot up, powerful driving guy. Probably good for the boards too. Yeah. I mean, we got to wait for like some Gigi stuff. I don't think Vince Williams plays on a back-to-back either. So, but yeah, not knowing about Edey, not knowing about Brandon Clark, it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
That's the time, but let's at least mention Bull because he was somebody that it keeps getting brought up, like points and assists, points and rebounds. Did you look at Bull?
I did, but I had some uneducated reports around Bol, the coach losing trust in him.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I mean, those reports have to stem from playing 9, 17, and 6 to 14 minutes or whatever, right?
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason. That's where the trust is lost. It's not that he doesn't have opportunities. They're starting him for fuck's sake. Like he's getting the opportunity. They're not happy with what they're seeing, so they don't put him back on.
Yeah.
So his numbers without Beal are fantastic, but does no Beal mean he's going to get more minutes, or is this dependent on him playing well and doing what he's supposed to? Right. I don't know. Like that's the risk for me. Like if you're just isolated to games without Beal, then it's great. But recently he's not getting time.
Right. So let's do it this way then. Let's say Brad Beal play or no play doesn't matter. Let's say he gets, let's say he gets 20 to 25 minutes. So
where did his trust go? Like who do you play instead?
Fuck. I mean,
Mason
that's great intel, right? Where does it go?
If you hate a player enough, you're going to give Mason Plumlee a lot of time.
I like Royce O'Neal today.
Yeah, it should be. Royce should be the beneficiary of those minutes that Bull should not be getting. He's not going to start, but he's still going to get probably like mid to high 20s. I think if you're looking for shooters or scorers like Grayson and Royce as the spot up guys versus Memphis.
And I think you could see both teams go small today, especially given some of the outs for Memphis. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of small ball late in the game as well.
Yeah, this is fucking tough, man. I just need to,
The thing that sucks, it is tough, but like this is like the best. This totals moves up to 245. Like really? People are betting the over still. Yeah. Like there's going to be so much action in this game. It's like who the fuck do we pick?
I do think Royce is a good look. I'm trying to think of the matchups on defense that would keep him out there. It's like my head hurts, dude. Like usually even with 10 games, I can keep a fucking grasp on who is going to be playing in a basketball game. And I can't do that right now. So like, I do think it should be Royce.
Yeah. I think it has to be Royce.
Yeah.
I think so. Cause I don't trust Plumlee.
Pip's in the chat. Yeah. Pip saying that Royce defending Bull. No good for rebounds then necessarily. I mean, is Bull going in the paint? Even like, wait, you're saying defending Bull? You mean coming in for Bull, basically, is what you're saying. Because they're on the same team. But yeah, I think Royce is going to get those minutes for Bull.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Royce 7.5 points is probably a bet that I'm going to make here in a minute. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean,
you're talking about all these over. Look into it a little bit more.
What?
You don't want to look into it a bit further? But
no, I fucking don't. I don't have the bandwidth to get that much deeper into Royce.
Rebounds look good too.
Yeah, the boards don't look bad either. You're not wrong. But don't make me stay on this anymore. Your timer went off on this game, didn't it?
It did, yes.
Save me.
Yes.
We got to speed
through. Can I point out real quick?
Of course.
This is a good Ted Lasso look for you, but I would expect him to be more positive.
More what?
Positive.
Who?
Ted Lasso.
But wait, what are you saying?
Ted Lasso. You have a Ted Lasso look today.
Oh
And I
yeah,
would just expect
yeah.
if you're going to bring that kind of energy, that
Yeah.
you'd really match that with more positivity.
yeah. No, I unfortunately don't have that level of positivity in me today, David. Not with this fucking slate. I'm gonna try though. You're bringing the positivity for both of us, man.
That's what I'm here for.
It is. It's like we need that optimism. Not to mention, I don't know if you saw the show last week. It went to fucking hell. So glad to have you back. All right, Pacers Bulls went to absolute shit without you. I was getting yelled at in the comments. Some guy told me to go fuck myself. It was a problem.
I
Too
apologize
much
about
cussing
that.
today. My bad.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, that was you.
Daft is in here trolling you, and I'm not.
Fucking Daft drinking early in the morning, coming on the stream. What do we do with Pacers Bulls, man? Halliburton, maybe no play. McConnell's probably not playing, I don't think.
Yeah. When I looked at this last night, I was like, I'm just going to bet Nemhard, and if one of these guys doesn't play, I'm already got a good look. But
right,
there were no lines available, so I haven't taken a look since.
6.5 kind of intrigues me, even if Hallie plays against the Bulls.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would have taken it anyway. But the other thing to call out, it looks like Vucevic is back. So the king of drop coverage is back in.
Yep. So a bet that I can finally get back to as well. I took an under on Matas. Is this still available at PRA? 20.5 is still around. So I took under 20.5 PRA for Matas in this game. There's too many guys coming back. And I hate to say it because he did cash for us the other day. He's not good. He's not that good. I'm sorry. He can't shoot. I'll tell you that right now. He can jump out the gym, and Leaper's gonna leap. So good for him.
Right. I got news that we can act on.
No way.
Yes.
What is it?
Al Horford out.
Okay.
AP out. Jason Tatum out.
Okay.
Never mind. I wanted to do a step back.
Okay. Did you say Lowry is playing, by the way, earlier?
Lowry. I don't believe I mentioned.
Collins is in.
Yeah, Collins is in. I couldn't remember if we got a Lowry update.
I don't think Lowry is playing. His back's fucked up.
We got props.
Yeah, I don't have anything for Lowry, at least in the last hour.
I want to curl up into a ball and just take a nap.
Why?
Because I'm overwhelmed with information. Yo,
damn.
I still love the under for Matas. So we've got that. We got to wait for the Boston stuff to come back because they're just going to take all this stuff down for a bit. And then we'll just come back and bet on Payne Pritchard, I guess, and then move on. And Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown first quarter points if they're anything reasonable.
They're not going to be. There's no way this is available right now, but they're not going to be. They got to be 9.5.
Just saying.
There's no way they're going to be reasonable, though. Yeah, without KP, there's a lot.
I hate it when this news comes out. I feel like an idiot because, when I looked at this initially, I was like, surely they're not going to play against Utah. I should just bet Jaylen Brown now. That's what I was thinking. And then I didn't. Same. And now the lines are going to skyrocket, as they should.
Right. But then if you bet on Jaylen Brown, and everybody played. But yeah, nobody was going to play in this game. It's a good point. We should have been on that. I have the bandwidth right now for giving out my last bet here, and then I just have to go bury my head into the research again. To be honest, I can't focus on 9 different games at once with all this. I have a bet in this Rockets and Magic game, and then I want to make sure we get to any bets that you might have that we didn't talk about. But I have 2 bets in this game. No, I have 1 bet. I didn't go with the other one. Right now, I just have Jalen Green on the boards, so I like him to go over 4.5 rebounds. You can see I was looking at the games he's played without Amin. This isn't what led me there, though. I do like the fact that he's at about 8 to 10 rebound chances per game without Amin to get 5 at plus money. He's already at 4.5. This is the thing is there's 10 rebounds to go around with 16 rebound chances from Amin not being in there. And the way that I have Jalen Green is matched up with this man right here. So if he's matched up with a spot up shooter that is, coming above the break sometimes, but it's you can sag off this dude and then come back to him, then it's a good matchup for rebounds for him in the way that he's going to be guarding KCP, one of the dudes you have to worry about the least. So that was really the only thing that I ended up putting down on this one. But any thoughts on that or anything else that you have?
For this game, I looked at Cole Anthony. I took him at over 12.5 points.
I think it's a
I was like, both of these. Well, initially, I didn't think I would take a bet on this game. Like defensive orientated team, slow pace, slow total. But then it was also one of the games where I knew who was playing and who wasn't. So I was
Right.
like, I need to look a little bit harder at this.
Yeah.
And Cole Anthony, I think we can assume he'll get 25 to 30 minutes in this game with no sugs.
Mm.
His hit rate's pretty nice when it comes to scoring when he gets these started minutes. And what really makes it look nice is when you look at the games 25 to 30 when he plays with Franz and Banchero.
Mm-hmm. I think 24 actually helps you with an extra W, but 24 30. It's a nice hit rate, right? 17. And you said with Franz?
Yeah, with Franz, with Paolo.
Yeah.
And now we're cooking good looking.
Yeah.
And this Houston Rockets team, if they do have a vulnerability, is that pick and roll spot. And Cole Anthony's the lead guard, is going to see some opportunity there. And the other thing I'll call out, and Pips, you got anything to say on this? I know you're a Houston Rockets fan, let me know. But the Houston Rockets defense post the All-Star break is not as mighty as it once was. I think they're still top 10 in terms of defensive rating, but they're not the top 3 that they were prior to the break.
Gotcha.
So, and it makes sense. They're dealing with injuries. There's some fatigue, right?
Yeah,
but
definitely.
They're not as elite as they once were post the break.
Yep. Yeah, they were top 3 for sure. They've been down a little bit, and I expect without Amin, that's a big loss on defense, especially. So you took Cole Anthony over points?
Yes, I took Cole Anthony.
Okay, I like it. And then we got a look coming in from Free Sauce, one of the VIP cappers there, by the way, in the Discord, bringing up the Franz Wagner under on the board, or the probably RA, right? Rebounds and assists, 9.5. I like that. I actually like the points for Franz with Dylan Brooks guarding him one-on-one this whole game. I don't like anything else. Yeah, I agree. I definitely don't like assists. So I see you on that. That's why they've got this at 3.5 instead of 4.5 when he's at 4.5 on the season. And then the rebounds are pretty high as well, 5.5. So you take the RA against a really good, defensive team specifically. I think it makes total sense. They haven't played this season, but perhaps last season. Only 6 in that. They torched them. I remember they won by 30 in that last game last year. So that makes sense. But I can see that. I can see the under for him as well. Yeah, and I think Pips agrees with you there as well, Daff. So you like Dylan Brooks on the rebounds from Doug E. Just take a quick look at this one because we've got a situation where he's guarding, like we said, Franz. So he's probably out of position. You like the overboards, though, and it is minus 128. If he's guarding Franz, was that the case last year? Yeah, his rebound chances are not super high or sexy, that's for sure. 8 to get 4, though. They have been lately. Any thoughts on his boards? It does make sense with Amin out needing more rebounds from somewhere.
Fred VanVleet's out now.
And Fred's out.
Yep.
That just came out. Okay.
Yep.
Damn. Now I wish I would have taken the RA for Jalen Green, to be honest. You like me to get dimes tonight? Or you try to get me to look at somebody else's dimes? I did dime up, but put the ball in the back of the net too. But anything else you want to give us?
I don't know. No, nothing else. Like not in this game.
Accurate.
What's funny is that's not even like 5.5 is probably an adequate line. Like I turn the ball over a lot when I play, but I have some scintillating highlights packages of my assists. But I will turn the ball over a lot. I promise you that.
With great risk comes great reward, my man.
Yeah.
All right, this is a tire fire. I apologize that we couldn't come up with more, but I do have some looks here. I'm gonna be jumping into the VIP.
Oh, Knicks
here in
versus
a minute.
Kings. You got anything in that?
In which one?
The Knicks versus the Kings.
I don't have another bet yet in these games. Oh, I guess we should at least mention. Do you though? I apologize if you have bets from either of these last 3 games.
I've got Josh Hart over on boards.
Okay.
Pretty much the way that I look at it is we've got no Jalen Brunson. Tibbs is a psychopath, so instead of just elevating somebody else and spreading Jalen Brunson's minutes, he's just going to ask his starters to play even more.
Most likely.
So I think we'll see 40 plus minutes from Josh Hart today.
40 plus is conservative, brother. He just played 46.
I know. I'm a conservative guy.
You are.
He'll probably play 40 out of the first 42 minutes. What happens down the stretch, I don't know, but he'll play. He's going to run him into the ground, back injury or not, And I think when Jalen Brunson's not there, Josh Hart will contribute in the best way possible, and that's to hustle even harder.
Yeah.
Like he just looked locked in and engaged. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And this Kings team, like outside of their 5-man, they don't have strong rebounders. Keegan Murray's not bad, but Josh Hart is going to get defended by the worst player that they have.
Yeah.
Hopefully Malik Monk plays. Is he playing today?
Malik Monk may play.
Yeah. If he plays, they're going to put Malik Monk on him, and Josh Hart is going to get offensive rebounds. He doesn't care how many times he has to go over his back. He'll do it. So I like his
actually
boards.
also like the assists for Hart.
I like them too, but not as much as the boards.
Okay.
Can I interrupt you guys?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I saw those things coming down. Just shower us with injury reports.
Well, you called this earlier. Trae Young ruled out. Darius LeVert ruled out. And Vit Krejci available to play.
Nice. So 2 of the 3 are out, and then we'll get some Keaton
Yeah,
Wallace.
and then what was that G Leaguer's name?
Keaton Wallace, baby.
Stuff. Yeah, all right, there we go.
That's my guy right there. Okay. So the confusing thing about this Knicks game, by the way, Keaton Wallace overs is going to be a bet. The confusing thing about this Knicks game is that if Malik Monk plays, I don't know what that does to Keon Ellis. But Keon Ellis playing makes me like other guys besides Deuce McBride, because he's going to get locked the hell up by Keon Ellis. So I don't know now if Malik Monk plays, that makes a big difference. I think I'm just going to hit like Karl Towns 30+ points. I think he's just due to just dominate Joval. Like what? Joval's big lumbering ass is going to get him.
Joval's not going to be able to walk today. You see how many minutes he played? Now he's on a back-to-back. He's not going to be able to walk. I promise you that.
Right. Like 42 minutes.
He's fucked.
Unbelievable. Still went under versus the Clips.
He probably didn't sleep all night. His body was that sore.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, he might be, he probably isn't good for the boards this game either. Yeah, he's just going to get, I think Cat's just going to work him. So I think I'm looking at like a nice over points game here for Cat. I think that's where all the points come from. Unless you trust Mikal Bridges, which by all means, Godspeed, but I do not. So look at that inconsistency on this, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I like Cat in this one. And then just to give thoughts. Oh, and I like Simon's under points in this one. Bad matchup, just coming off of a really nice night in a good matchup against Detroit. This is the opposite. The assists are more likely for him and the points a lot less likely. So I think I'll be fading Anthony Simons on that one. But all right, so much to get back into. But I appreciate y'all, man, trying to hang with us here. It's been an absolutely crazy day. Still is. I'm gonna be jumping into the VIP here in a minute. I know y'all are throwing a lot of looks in here. It's been a tough day to try to get to every game and every single look. So I appreciate y'all's patience for sure. But Daft's going to have his episode coming out as always. I am Daft Previews on the YouTubes. I'm sure y'all are checking it out. So definitely make sure you keep going with it. Give this video a like before you dip out. It's like the only thing that really matters when we do these videos is that you engage with them. So much appreciated. If you could just give it a like, I'll have my episode coming out as well. So best of luck tonight with this craziness. Until we see y'all later. Happy betting. Let's go.